Now, what remains of right-wing publishing is a set of islands, an island chain, if you will, that runs through Amazon and other similar locations, but doesn't have really much institutional power. A few people get famous here and there. They sell their movie rights, and it's never made because they're never going to make a right-wing movie for the things that we have created. And so while certain people are still getting noticed, many of the masters just simply aren't. There doesn't seem to be an ability to cater to an algorithm anymore. If you want to cater to that algorithm, well, guess what? The algorithm is already full of 1 million books made by usually Indians or Chinese who have no value to them, no soul. All right, they just AI slopped it out, and there's 1 million different versions of them. You can't compete against that. You might say, well, my quality will be better. Yes, absolutely. You should always have more quality than AI slop. But what I mean is that if somebody, if you're running in a crowd, right? You're running in a crowd, and there's, 100 runners in this crowd, and you're better than the runners. It is provable that you're better than the runners. Even on your worst day, you're still going to compete against the runners. But if these runners get ahead of you, trip you up, crowd the racetrack, you're just not going to be able to race no matter how good you are. This is a different problem than, the publishers being so left-wing and so atheistic, so devoid of spirituality. These are things that you wouldn't even call them zombies. They're like mannequins walking forward and tripping you up. Not because they trip you up like in skill, but because what a person who goes to Amazon, searches for a book, finds 50 different AI copies of something, they're just going to stop looking. They're not going to buy it. Some things have been bought, some AI things have had some traction, but 9 times out of 10, nothing does. 99 times out of 100, 999, over 1,000, by the numbers, millions and millions of books being published in an instant. You can't compete. The reason why we need institutions that aren't just indie authors in these great archipelagos, as valuable as they are, is because there's no ability to just crack open the market. You can't shove a crowbar into an algorithm stuffed with dead AI unless you have some power.